no 1961 because Benfica in the Euro final Benfica Basa 3-2 in final. So before say about 1961 final na Benfica rem edge Champions League no na the first 5 na Real Madrid na edge no omunya total dominance in that era. The first time Real Madrid lose Champions League final will be na in 1962 when they lost 5-3 to Benfica. The next time they were losing a Champions League final in 1964, Real Madrid lose 3-1 to Inter Milan. And then the last time Real Madrid ever Champions League as a Real Madrid era final on Lucy in 1981 when they lost to Liverpool in 1981. Obi, and just small achievement. So from 1981, ebesi Saturday dieno, Real Madrid abo 8 Champions League finals. And all those 8 Champions League final, it has been 8 Champions League wins. The moment Madrid ever Champions League final biano, they win it. So 1% Madrid ready Champions League ni bidia. Then the obvious decision is Madrid enu final. Because the moment they get to the final, I said, they've come to win it. They are not coming to play football. They have come to the finals to win it. And you know, me sure say we have finals never now. 97 they beat Juventus 1-0. 1999 2000 almost Valencia 3-0. 2001 2002 almost Bayer Leverkusen by 2-1. 2013-14 almost Atletico Madrid by 4-1. 2015-2016 almost Atletico Madrid by 5-3 our Milan. 2016-2017 almost Juve by 4-1. 2018-2019 almost Liverpool by 3-1. And again they are 8 consecutive, and that's our last 8 Champions League final. No, almost I say Liverpool by 1-0. But Obi, before the game, me sure say Liverpool put themselves in a position to say now Real Madrid needed to prove a point. Okay, so Karim Benzema as I Liverpool dimina, all chances are not moving so much on magic cap on every again. A brand friend Thibaut Courtois also wanted to use the occasion to also prove a point. Mohamed Salah. Before say Man City any Real Madrid be bono, Eka say he would prefer playing Madrid than say all bought team I said Man City. And to all these narration, you know, Emma Madrid an extra motivation say a question question they think say omunya they can easily beat us. So unu be a year in a competition. Now the extra motivation for another person is say they have a point to prove obi na very difficult to beat them. So Liverpool utterances and in some mu kan players in some mu bi kan no Emma Real Madrid enya extra motivation said there be and Trofia Kasa and let's go to the pitch and prove a point. Obi yeba start game no one tactical debate ani adwi ho any Trent Arnold e ko betima defend against Liverpool almost so attack no Liverpool advantage for the Trent overlapping a fullback. So Trent overlapping new year na chino they leave spaces. So leave some spaces now. Why they defend some spaces no? Edama Liverpool because so Real Madrid for right side one more. Obi mi hu bi da. Say season so petit moi more goals on their right. Liverpool goes on the right. We Liverpool goes now. Abrante Fred Trent. Ekra Luis Diaz rather. Ekra 22 goals from FC Porto to Liverpool. Ekra 22 goals, 11 assists. Abrante friend trend and so Ekra 2 goals, 19 assists. So 2 players go involvement on Liverpool right side, Obi 54 goals from the Obo fullback, Any Luis Diaz now Obo na nim no goal contribution 54. And to Liverpool for biggest strength lining up now is always on their right. And yeah, then I bet me defending on their right. That is why me sure say Thibaut Courtois my man of the match performance and the best goalkeeping effort in a Champions League final. Bet him about better defend Thibaut Courtois. But yeah, Thibaut Courtois now yeah both players in Barcelona Obi. Me sure said Danny Cavaya also did an amazing job defending Liverpool on the right side one mono. Adia Sabu Abrante defend Danny Cavaya in this game. They say Obi on him say almost side ball Valverde Valverde solid defensively. And in as much as Valverde back on the and also track it back. Ebe boa branch defend Danny Cavaya. So they cut the threat now. Now Liverpool Ediba on the right. A branch defend Robertson. Any Luis Diaz combination, you know. A branch defend Valverde. Any Danny Cavaya did an amazing job on the right for team defend Real Madrid. But unim say Thibaut Courtois exploited the Obi. Me sure since he came to Real Madrid, why an amazing saves, an amazing moment there. But I always like and admire players. They seize the occasion and make it their own. And what there, Sena Abrante friend Thibaut Courtois expect an occasion to make a case for himself now. And Obi on the occasion, you know, made a case for himself. Say there be ranking goalkeepers in the world. Most times, Yanni Mumidi, Yanfamin Kaho. No matter what I do, as a better ranking the top 10 goalkeepers in the world. Now me Thibaut Courtois in Kaho. Ben Radier, me assure says so be a ranking goalkeepers in the world. After some performance, no, untimi more first fiver, unfa Thibaut Courtois and so entimi enkaho. An amazing job. But Adiabaku is serious finishing any the screening job wa Casemiro and so ye. Obi say Real Madrid at a point na omo ST deep. Your friend no sa low blocking na no mo city deep no. Sa screening na Casemiro no. Nothing got past him. Sebase yen defend yen ball abra Liverpool team for board in fin na. I also believe say Abrante defend Casemiro also did an amazing job. The man me Menisa J Casemiro crown say Senkanye Thibaut Courtois na kamina me tuaba from my mind of the match Obi can remember Abrante defend Casemiro. Onim say under pressure. Say Real Madrid for enya baller. The odd ball initiate attack no na Casemiro because Luka Modric and Toni Kroos were hugely pressed by Liverpool central midfielders no. So the only player now a bit free and no timber ball etimi initiate attack no Abrante defend Casemiro, and I think say he did an amazing job. Abrante defend Vinicius in the first half, yeah, we said that win is because man to man marking, you know, Amadi Konate the man, Konate physically, Obi Ohadio, the Kai pass in the first 30 minutes, Bobby correct war, and my Abrante defend Konate and Vinicius, but the is so strong for Abrante, your friend Vinicius. And a Konate edgy bono. And that time, Biana, Abrante defend Konate, is so close on Abrante, your friend Vinicius. And I think, sir, and also your Juma ye, papa. So Vinicius had drop it back into central midfield. So Bajibona, not Trent Arnold, any Jordan Henderson were also closing in on him. It's a manual a bit limited. But Obi, that be me assure say Enra, now you're justified, we are vindicated. Okay, Abrante friend Trent Arnold as him. Say about offensive, probably one of the best offensive fullbacks in the world. But the defensive awareness and the handy Liverpool, especially going to consider you know. Me correct. Me also man for truly Virgin Van Dijk. Side defending. Say Jare Bemba side pitch na ready. But the question that me be sa akumiane say, day na omuma sa situation be 2v1. Why na neighbor ho? Robertson na bo ho bi pitch ni. Robertson and the left back war. Robertson is nowhere near the pitch. So acquire Virgin Van Dijk and I created 2v1. In 2v1 situation, you know, not the situation is why no one attacking no. So of course I could block it. I have to defend Valverde crab ball now. Not Danny Cavaya area run. Ball no call Danny Cavaya honumwa. Obey cross. In the mindset of Abrantia, your friend Virgin Van Dijk, no. I said no, anticipate. He said, "Born about call Abrantia friend Cavaya ho." Say, "Call Cavaya ho no more." Then go acquire sa close, you know. My worry is that one enable self full back, no. Our master 2v1 create ya. Now Van Dijk, no, you're indecisive as to who he must go and block. So I call Valverde wa. Then there's Abrantia friend no Cavaya. Born no Cavaya ho no more. Na Cavaya so fear no be antimi attack Cavaya. Sa situation you know and the master ball no so buy but truth be told the intelligence of Valverde. So who say Abrante friend Vinicius the friend no Van Dijk empress no. So let me send the ball in na me point the bet Messi and I think say yenfa credit am Abrante friend Valverde sa cross no timi ye instead say e ko bako Danny Cavaya ho no so ko Cavaya ho no mo a Van Dijk block ball no. Okay. No the ball ni buy ya. Ball so beto Abrante friend trend the defensive awareness there Obi na so suspect. Okay. Now when him say Abrante friend Vinicius Danachi and Vinicius also still show now right from behind or the ball also and so betting me at Tottenham. Obi, coaches make changes. So your changes in a far, we are genius. And far, we blame you. And I think that time when Liverpool a consider goal no changes na judging club no it rather weaken his team. And I will explain. Chama we want a film. On say oye Jonah Henderson film na odenda bekita buy. And oye Thiago Alcantara ba a film no de Abrante Feni Firmino buy. Oye Luis Diaz and odi Diego Jota and so buy. Which means in chasing the game, Abra here a goal no. Now Liverpool at a point able 4 attackers. Now to be able to accommodate 4 attackers in the game no. Now say Bakuba in middle. To one about middle, Diego Jota. Nyamianum no Kreni. Semina me Casemiro. Mena me Toni Kroos. Mena me Luka Modric. Na me bo game na mfifi hono no. Senye Thiago Alcantara, enye Jordan Henderson. Na me bo mfifi against Diego Jota. Obi Ajubane be less difficult than playing against Henderson and Thiago Alcantara. So tamoyi Thiago free mu, Eddie Henderson free mu a odi Diego Jota bombe jam mfifi no. E man mfifi hono they became a bit weakened. E ma pressure every Real Madrid so. And I think say changes na coach ni eno ko ade Obi mini na ntimi anya adwene kra. And I think say pressure na free Real Madrid so the last 15 minutes you are chasing the game but no any place with me crab ball etimi ni ball na push Real Madrid no amwa Liverpool. Okay. Again yanka Carlo Ancelotti asem. Obi onum say Champions League waje 9. Unso waje 2 with A2 clubs. Waje 2 with AC Milan 2003 2007 twice. And also abaji mienu with Real Madrid 2013 2014 and also abaji 2021 2022. Badia mania Germany say nanse ya Obi and obey the only manager Europe nyina the first 5 leagues in Europe waji league baby any precedent. In fact, we're the only manager why the Champions League 9. He is still the only manager Obi waji league or the top 5 leagues in Europe. My Renfi say even as a player or a Champions League winner or the Champions League with AC Milan in 1989 and then again in 1990. So or a Champions League winner as a player, Champions League winner as a coach, and then as a coach, Waji League was almost every place bia coachy. Okay. And I think say he's an amazing coach. He needs well celebrating. Jurgen Klopp is a good coach, Obi no doubt. But there's something about Jurgen Klopp when he gets to the finals. This is about how many finals? When it comes 3. We say FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Champions League final. But a true finals no kwa untimi shegu. And I think it's something in finals like this, one shegu a unwini. It's very difficult. So about Champions League, about any cup competition bia, now about do final. Now untimi wini, untimi shegu. Me kai so many chairs in the Carabao Cup no, on my shegu. Even though they won it. In the FA Cup, in the finals again, one say go, on one team win. Yeah, but Champions League way. Now you buy Minika, what's 31 goals? Not team, what's the goals to do power Champions League? No, a Liverpool 30 goals. In fact, apart from game one, I'm only Inter Milan boy. Inter Milan SM 1-0 no. Obi. Not every single game in the Champions League this season. Now Liverpool SM at least 2 goals. In the finals, when it mattered most, Guama. Okay. And I think it's one area of his game that he needs to work out. Argentina en route to the final, they score a lot of goals, but the moment they get to the final, then the goals needs to intimate. And I think it doesn't take anything away from him. He's still a great manager, great achievement this season, but little things now do find out in sentiment is something he must begin to work on. Okay.
Sir Christian now watching Kano me sure say bebre na so bisa Karim Benzema goal no eba ne say na referee no J offside se si akra no Ballon d'Or no so come on bebem Thibaut Courtois 9 saves from 24 shots, the highest in the UEFA Champions League final into yama Ballon d'Or no so na kwa bibio Carlo Ancelotti sani awasi a manage mrantia no unuse football no ebinum ba drum pempen so a Modric ene Toni Kroos ne Marcelo no madura o manage your as a coach na ye den kakra send your opinion so ye no so no na che say no so eso ani bebre so there are a lot of plots o hwe nchen the course so ne send Liverpool na bebre na so say Real Madrid the underdogs in the final. It was a bit shocking, but you know, I some way bit me Eddie Hunkomo. I mean, say red game anymore. Yes, offside. No, Yenchum sir.
Of course.
Ball no take deflection. Into deflection there. Abanisana clearly.
Yes.
And yet deliberate.
And yet deliberate.
Yes,
that is the word. And yet deliberate.
Yes.
But definitely, there was another point of argument. Say, Fabinho was also trying a sweeping tackle. With Kunate, after Kunate had the interception.
Yes.
But try a sweeping tackle, which means the main mentality of the two players now was to clear the ball.
And a pin back.
And a pin back.
And a call the other side.
So there's another side of argument. Say, Obi Awashe the clear ball, and Fana Copa Trebe ball, and Ibe Tobi and
at the point, and he said, not play ball, no deflection.
That means it wasn't his main intention. Saw the ball before. But you see, Obi, there is something about this particular final, of course, we need to understand very well, especially from the start of the game and Sakran Yababebo game. No, Onim said the last 2 UEFA Champions League finals I won to Stade de France and Spanish teams Naji. In 2000, Real Madrid we need a final by 3-0. In 2006, FC Barcelona share Arsenal by 2-1. Let's not forget, say, between these finals, I boy and also in 2006, then Villarreal bought the semi-final of the UEFA Champions League. Every single historical club deals with omen when it comes to the UEFA Champions League. Liverpool for nankasa jomudi say omen nankasa no kra no. Omudi bi so e ma ne fa de mo. Itina Jurgen Klopp ye pon game na ye ni interview. Onko ka se mienti o se obebuki ni hotel in Istanbul next season because OGD say the last time there was a miracle in the UEFA Champions League, Liverpool ko in Istanbul. They are meant to be there. So before this game, na me wunu baby Liverpool were far in terms of luck at the Real Madrid. I didn't know. Because these are two clubs who have rich history and they believe in the omen of the UEFA Champions League. And definitely will have to work for one of them. The day no most said na me who say pack the plan and no. This is going to be very difficult for a team Liverpool, especially when in the last UEFA Champions League games these teams are in the shape of Real Madrid. Amukobo on Portugal, you say Ronaldo dan ho di bibi ye bibi ho. Amukobo on Cardiff, you say Gareth Bale ye bibi kakra bi watiwa. Now in France, Karim Benzema also on ye bibi watiwa. E mat trophy dey dey eba. But adeba akwa na important to me in the game apart from the omen and the history attached to it was the key battles in the game. Obi, the key battles. First key battle. Now Michelle Alexander Trent Arnold ni Vinicius Jr.
And on over rating is saying
Vinicius and I will say Trent Arnold are the most important part of the game and also Timmy Clocky Vinicius no one yet. Me rating the bear 5/10 within a battle with Vinicius Jr. But Vinicius Jr. also against him. Remember Vinicius bear 6.5/10 because Vinicius Jr. was not able to exploit so much the spaces and also around Alexander Trent Arnold. Yeah. And you could feel that Trent Arnold was so much confident, was timing his run so well, or covering his spaces so well until the goal.
Yeah. But you know, in finals, you don't play well, you win.
You win.
Yeah.
And the funny aspect of it is that when him said the semi-final game on Botia Villarreal, said I will picture no compa Alex a quickly go or say, you know. Trent Arnold did the same mistake.
Okay.
That header. All calling in no 102. The only answer quickly enough and say no be on their 2-0 Villarreal. And the same thing happened in the final.
Okay.
If you've watched how Liverpool concede goals through Alexander Trent Arnold's area, one weakness as a or tackler and or defender, ni rate me fino ho. Nandi pano ball as the left winger na afa ho e de ball akwa to net.
Okay.
And it is a big problem for him. Another key battle, Luis Diaz.
Carvajal.
And Dani Carvajal.
And also be rating is saying.
Me rating Carvajal 8/10. Solid. Experience is the best teacher.
Especially in the second half.
Share how or Fabwa or movie. Even the tackle with Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz a lot of space. And Seba with the 50-50 balls ni say na o make sure say. Ne na ba ku besi say. Na ba ku ejina chiri. Luis Diaz will always love to cut in. Etienne Luis Diaz na adwo so be kati in so a on man that particular space no betima man dey akati in no ahya nanim. And I feel say there is a reason why Dani Carvajal has played 6 UEFA Champions League finals. He's one solid player that have make sure so was cementing the place. Real Madrid line up him for a long period of time and the replacement. I'll give him 8/10. Luis Diaz, I'll give him 4/10. Another key battle, Karim Benzema. Any Brandt and Virgil van Dijk. I think Benzema was quite slow in the game. Benzema should have a full effect on the game apart from the chance now we had the two netta. Referee ruling offside. That movement, that pass, the control. But the final decision making was bad in the initial stage, until so pre-born the two net. I feel Virgil van Dijk got better off of Karim Benzema. I'll give Virgil van Dijk 6.5/10. I'll give Karim Benzema 5/10 in this particular aspect. Key battle again: Casemiro, Luka Modric, Toni Kroos midfield partnership, Thiago Alcantara, Henderson, Fabinho midfield partnership. That midfield trio of Liverpool, remember almost 6.5/10. Okay. Remember Real Madrid midfield 7/10.
Okay.
It was close because in the first half, in the midfield, we had 1 a destroyer, we had 2 a dictator, we had 3 an abductor. And this particular trio, in this particular first half, Liverpool, am I a destroyer in Fabinho and abductor in Fabinho Nemu? Yenya dictator in the shape of a Brantia, your friend Thiago Alcantara. Henderson was playing part kakra as a dictator, part kakra as a destroyer, part kakra as an abductor. Just a versatile midfielder trying to link up play. But the biggest problem in the second half, how Real Madrid midfielders pick it up. Because when you look at Modric, he became a proper dictator in the second half alongside with Toni Kroos.
I think one factor is Fabinho yellow card no.
Yellow card no. Then say Toni Kroos. Any Abrantia Feno, Casemiro, any Abrantia Feno, Luka Modric, made sure that they are going to do that. So Casemiro had in the second half, and he said, be a destroyer. Yeah. He stays back, club or mob the passes, the 50-50 balls, not in or putting himself on the line, your boss was not in OJ. So whenever Real Madrid is going into attack, then you see Toni Kroos rather. So no never be born or J-born only look at the space and more than 10 meters. Kakrebi just dictate the tempo of the game. Give the ball to Luka Modric and Luka Modric will find the wingers. No more the ball net room. So look at how the goal came about. Toni Kroos J-born and on the man Luka Modric. Luka Modric done in 1-2. And on ma 2 pass ma Dani Carvajal. Carvajal brings it back into the midfield to Casemiro to Valverde. Then he moves on and you could see say a hono. Now Alexander Trent and that guy in the confused kakra. Yenina have Benzema, but not Vinicius Junior then Panyai. So you could get the better of these particular midfielders in 2 separate halves. This is what it means to play a UEFA Champions League match. They gave us a classical final, a top final, quality game, and at the end of the day, you could see every kind of thing within it. Then the last battle, Alisson Becker, and we talk about Thibaut Courtois. Alisson Becker decided in Liverpool Omoji Champions League the last time Omoji in 2018-2019 against Tottenham Hotspur. Yeah. You could feel say 1v1 situations was just on point. Even this time, only Benzema then who ado a card until say referee ebeje offside. You could see how ball no fast so by, but he was just at the right position at the right time. He did his job well, and you could feel the ball so and shut down corner biasa. But let's look at Thibaut Courtois. This performance no kaime adia wo Belgium ne Brazil in the World Cup 2018. Belgium versus Brazil. Solid performance against Brazilians. Okay. And you could feel say obaso obeje. 3 crucial moments. 1, first half Sadio Mane ball. Yeah. Shooting I thought that was a ball that should have entered the net.
The most important save.
A ball how quick the reaction. You could feel say he was just on point. Then number 2, you talk about how Mohamed Salah a ball long range. The timing
second half
because Liverpool tried. He said no. See me for Real Madrid penalty box man. Let's do with the second boss. Shoot from afar. Opemba said your Manuel Luis Diaz go for the second boss. And also no watching Nkua. No adaso. Then lastly that save Diego Jota. Pemba be say. Mo Salah the far post. Oh, my God!
You didn't know
and you could feel that there was also a last chance. You see, that picture no, minim the Pobenya the correct picture. That last control by Mohamed Salah and the shot. I didn't say the control alone.
Okay. When they fail on Mendy 1-on-1.
The control for Mo Salah alone.
Yeah.
Proper. And the right foot, Panyai, then Courtois. You could feel say this is a team that was meant to win the final. A team that was determined to win the final. This is Real Madrid. 14th UEFA Champions League. Come on. The best team in Europe. No doubt.
Yeah. Of course, no doubt. The best side in Europe. But Sadio Mane say anya di obeto aso ama Liverpool in the future. And player be say guys, guys build no muswa. Boy omu mobi so caps no gia no moji nyina no. Quite interesting, but I'm pleased. Yeah. I'm pleased for Carlo Ancelotti.
Yes.
Or Tim Rantier na say onim send you see you so mo. When he changes or na club home pray no you way yes say
but realistically have we been fair to Carlo Ancelotti in terms of how we rate him?
In rating dear no krani
have we been, because metena se hwedin Guardiola mo ni Jose mo ye nyoma bia look at how we pick them up, but Ancelotti adina wa ye no 4 UEFA Champions League titles, 2 different teams. This is not something we should joke with. Another question I ask myself: Sergio Busquets, Xavi Hernandez, Andres Iniesta, Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, Casemiro, best midfield trio. Chemai, minim say ombaka say Sergio Busquets muji European Championship. AJ World Cup. It's also the we move sextuple more. It is there, but we can't bring in a national team here because Real Madrid's midfield trio. Omunyina more the same national team.
No crap.
Bakubo Brazil, Bakubo Croatia, Bakubo Germany. So if you are doing proper analysis based on these 2 midfield trios, solely have to be based on their clubs.
Yeah.
Adena Toni Kroos, Modric, any case more no.
In the next 50 years,
Eddie.
You can't Di Stefano no many hands on no more.
Eddie.
Luka Modric no.
I don't know my
any Casemiro no.
I don't know my
because Real Madrid na association with the Champions League almost I think 67 years, but we no I establish here papa ye. Okay, you fans here. Na UEFA Champions League no pense mu and na yet me ewremu eye no. Ya baba fie na ya hwese ne afisem no so esi etie. Na yen shasem free the Black Stars of Ghana. 28-man squad in a training Cape Coast. Na Abrantia Freno and the Adam. Now Abrantia no so to me and your late call up into the squad. Yeah, share ni musi Beko Cape Coast near Central ya representatives no to me at train come on. Now me sure say your videos ne pictures of training sessions this season as an Konya win where Diana when you win so Gakope and wasa konya win takwa against Mediama. Coach Prosper Nateo
I think they showed a strong mental character.
Osha Asante Kotoko game no the Battle of Akun.
Yeah.
Asante Kotoko did 9 points.
Yeah.
Game nan Kasano 10 against 11. Ebani Sena Asante Kotoko enya win takwa.
Yeah, boss, before this game, na Mediama na ne talking no. Enti yete omu players ni bi ene omu coach Abdul Umar Rabi omu babonten ebeka sabe bre because na wo check Mediama form na omu wona na wosoro pa. The last 5 games ana Mediama bo e wo league nim no na Mediama lose bi omo win 3 and omo a draw 2 games. Even who they call the last 10 games na has of folk any Legon cities. Only 2 teams are on share Mediama form in recent games no na osro enti anyawa so mo beto so second and nyina yenim Kotoko form no mu di wuram into this particular game. The last 5 games na Kotoko abo after many hours 4 game no possible of 15 points na Kotoko enyamu only 4 and okay Kotoko game our call so Gako Peko Renitia Wafa. No one that draw no bobo no Kumase. Eno enema omo that 4 points no etire kotoko game nenye but coach Prosper na ete ogum steady mediama e play ni year pa obi onim this season mediama problem e wo league nim no aye omo defensive transitional problem
I don't know chemu say
se mediama ko animu a omo add more men up front
okay
but
no mu refi
achire
oh
enti check mediama against Wafa check mediama against Legon Cities against Gold Stars omo concede from counter attacking play
okay
Coach Abdul Umar Rabi approaching game with 3-5-2 system or formation
okay
as a default
okay
Yenya Baba Musa Vincent Tatenga and Kofi Asma and with the back three no man pushing Darlington John Fosu and with the right side of defense
okay
now Oma pushing Benjamin Baidu and with the left side of the defense Tabebre and Ebebaneso and the only option and they said or manage this game no one win or draw Kotoko a very good one cry or able 2 games one cry against Accra Lions against Great Olympics Kotoko was in recent games but when a Kotoko put up mentality and that character they say omo per pointer omunya clear example mediama dieno against Elmina Sharks Elmina say see am no kasano per calculations omo relegation omo winning omo games aka nyina akwa omo ntimi surviving in the league and Kotoko will play against Elmina Sharks
Dalimpo when the local game na chiache wa mu ball no kra wa bobi pay
yeah
you bet me aka sudi asan Kotoko champion
yes Kotoko champion
be bien to me from
Debbie
okay
especially omo one game against Elmina Sharks ewo Kumase Elmina Sharks need any motivation so be ba be Kotoko wa especially Kotoko 2 away games e won cry
now away from near
and cry venue no even against House of Folk omo krafo no omo wremu on cry e den de ma has so be Kotoko enti against Accra Lions Kotoko betima pekene win against Olympics Kotoko betima manage game no apeke point against Ashgold Wabuase Kotoko per points obetima manage enya
the most critical win San Kotoko enya this season no against Mediama
yes against Mediama it was a fantastic display from boys Coach Prosper Nete Ogum a plans e work to perfection and 6 time no dey ewura game nim no enso eboano ene 2-0 obia and anjene not even 1-0
yeah
2-0
okay ya share the besi Darling Paul no ewura game ni mu ye be sign Black Star ho ye be Cape Coast na ya hwe the course well ho as a Christian dey betumi akasa Sant Kotoko champions and but kai say hard to work so any Karela game no Darling Paul be ewura game no ni ahwe the chances of Accra hard to work against Karela
well Obi Kotoko abo game no ama ya kire say on person mu G League you know Obi unma dia Kotoko any season we first time krana na first time in many years almost House of Folk Okroma say no that's why you play as a champion obe so win bibia your main competitors no only share on your points in free wa e manage be free ho simple at least say your main competitors untimi nshawo mo a emomo nshawo Kotoko has 1-0 Okroma say that was the first time since 2011-2012 Anna Kotoko has Okroma in the league again Kotoko Ekose Diana Stars Domano that was the first time in the league na Kotoko Ekose Diana Doma a season way and for the first time Kotoko Eko Sugakope Ekose Wafa by 1-0 and then for the first time since 2014 Kotoko Mediama Takwa. So as a champion there we win the league now. Some of these venues are very difficult to pick air points you go there and you show that you are truly a champion. Now the man Nika Kurani said Obi Uya Tamana Kotoko Ekoshe Wafano no nya bad run. Me kai se Kotoko share house 1-0 we no. Kotoko lose 2-1 to RTU. Kotoko next game was a 3-1 home loss to Legon Cities. Into Asha has a way. But the next 2 games in twice, 6 points are available. No, Kotoko 5-0. Pressure back Kotoko so. Or co venue on Timisha or Wafa. Nasa pressure no. Abe added motivation. No call for a point. Again, Kotoko eba into that game when rano. Na Kotoko form yet. Oshawa for 1-0 we no. Adriana 1-1. Omani Ashgold postpone. Na Brekum Chase abeshed 1-0. Eti games na Kotoko ebo before Sokobo Mediama na Mediama all form no na nsanye. And again, pressure back Kotoko so no. They use that pressure, added motivation, go to Takwa for the first time since 2014. No akofa win. Sana champion there. Obo. Ultimate winning games ni nyina. How you are able to recover from losses no very critical as a champion. And I think the season way Asante Kotoko aya adie pa in that respect. Say pressure banuswa. How they able to recover and come back and win games, aya adie coach Prosper Nate Ogum aya juma. That is what probably he's a psychologist.
Yeah.
He's able to work on the cycle of the players. There be league ni abo. Obi be say enso be say obi. By saying you are how we are able to react is one critical moment on my year.
Okay.
And again, no be can was two critical moments manage ho. And disappear any masolaje my partnership no. Faton chain. Apart from proper defending, the first goal came from a defender. Again, Mudasiru any Richard board which there's a park no any dia wonim so. Tamana mediama no me strong ni nyina no. Na Richard board no regional park no so a ma mediama me for near that strong. Enra o kire say park no nim so. Again, Kotoko should be spoken to in
Asante Kotoko here 1 point.
Yeah.
To win the league. Mezia, possible.
Yes.
Bet me winning against Karela.
Of course.
What do you make of in the game you had to work versus Karela?
House of Folk, one particular team the last few games, no more picking up form yepa. And almost finishing the season on a very positive note to psych themselves up for the FA Cup final. They definitely know, sir, they can give the league a shot and at the same time give the FA Cup a shot. But FA Cup they are more realistic than the Ghana Premier League.
Okay.
But over the last few games, Akumasa Sante Kotoko lose points now. There's some level of confidence. Be every more House of Folk for me say. Yani league ni kwa na yamon kofoni hu. Yenye bibi mo mu se ebo mu hu. And next season too, there's going to be Galka top 4.
Okay. Yeah. Galka top 4.
But if House of Folk should finish in top 3, Samuel Bodu Adumana why no Obi. Because House of Folk did not start the season well. A drew maybe not a point gap between Masters and Tokotokone House of Folk. Then I'm 13-14.
Yeah.
I'm a close gap, a close deba. But let's not forget that Kerala is one team. You need to do a lot to beat them.
Absolutely.
On Baba Abetino Masters and Tokotoko Bibika Krebu etiwa. So who the Mudi can face us on?
Yeah.
It is a least mistake. This is a team I'm looking forward as to how our House of Folk will bounce back after a long period of time. With their various tests, but they are missing a 3-year ban here too, who has been an important player for House of Folk this season. Mobeka Sonche goes there, but no important piece of the puzzle.
Absolutely.
The Rose City press or moving to spaces or tackle and a lot of things. Big missing piece. And these are players we expect send combat team and your madam. But Umar Bashiru will be looking forward, say, on making a point.
Augustine Randolph more. They will
be looking forward to do. Mensa has been also solid this season.
Very good coach.
This is a game of two teams. They've been consistent. They've been strong. They play beautiful football.
Yeah.
And then miji to me say ana apai bia ko pai ana ko 1-1 b
but born be House of Folk Karela there
enjoy a very good game. But there's one thing about House of Folk. Our Accra Sports Stadium no a day so ba be show
no correct
a day Salifu Ibrahim mo Glassina Wako mo
Seydou
Suraj or form ye pa Mobi. Let's see. Both teams to score.
2-1.
2-1 B. But House of Folk is not losing this game.
Okay.
House of Folk is not losing
Frank
this game.
Mbella Ituga 20 goals, you are not 19 goals. And
Thursday Empire bedra wo boase. Thursday one and Setiama ni yonko ama ni yonko ahye. Empire bedra wo boase. You are no goals now also no. You see I've seen say people are raising questions about goals in the videos and all of this, but I've seen some of the goals. The movement. Any adrena branch any dishe goals no.
You are not ne player.
Onye ne player. And nothing no ba. You are not too kwa professional ko dibo achiba. What to akobo team mo Real Madrid. Farabrada was the one. You are no more too kwa was Spain. The experience is there.
Yeah.
You are no more boy no. I no ke on Sadiq Adams won and Robbie shoulders. It you are no maybe say news. But the composal of a two-guy in front of goal.
Amazing. Amazing. I know Muka say a pictures niya. Two-guy goals no shisha ikade
No, the first one is the movement.
Yeah.
You see, any player be call diagonally said they're not all corner, but quite fast to changing the mind. Ever for defender, net be fan and him. Ever that pass no. It takes an intelligent player to move in a particular way.
Okay.
I feel they've done a good job, but let's list here, Baba.
I will say senior Baku. Okay. Me friend no work abona man.
Friend.
Me catch no.
One ya no so no afro ogum.
Ogum so na be ya adwuma ni nyina.
Easy.
Yeah. I know work there yeah in change now Black Stars just be leaky.
Yes, man.
Anya bad. Ajay ma me hwe jerseys na.
Say enkoye skin tight there.
Oh. Na say jerseys there.
There be all the Puma for jerseys. Na two skin tight.
Jersey wey dey me hu pay. A very familiar jersey. Meaning say Ajay work
now. What is the explanation attached to jersey no Modiaba no?
Jersey wey ne.
What is the meaning of the jersey no Modiaba?
Jersey wey will be that. Jersey wey me who say your style wey ya be. Yeah, sure. So confirmation.
Also, sometimes when they do jerseys, they explain they have a history attached to the reason why we jersey no. What is the history attached to these jerseys?
There should be a story.
At the end of the day,
okay.
There should be a story.
Okay.
That is going to be linked with either the AFCON or and a World Cup.
Okay.
There should be a story, not just colors. Okay.
Darling Paul, answer me about primal runners or no. Karela had to work your prediction.
Yeah. House of Folk slim win.
Had to work slim win.
Yeah.
2-1. 1-0.
1-0.
3-2.
Yeah.
3-2.
3-2 enya possible.
5 goals.
Yenya goals baby.
Okay.
But a slim win.
2-1.
1-0.
1-0.
Enya possible.
1-0.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's baby your opinion. Ni ekochana ye ndi so ana aja. Odi esika so amaye kwa yesrewa. Okay. Yanko primal runners as